Thanks for joining me again. Today, I have a special marinade that I'm gonna make today. Most people wanna know how to make this marinade. But before we talk about that, I'd like to thank you guys for returning. Thank you guys for being my subscribers. I have finally reached 100 subscribers. So I have 100 subscribers and I am excited. I need you guys to know when I reach 500 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway. So you do have that to look forward to. Also, I'd like to thank the newbies who have stopped by. My community, we call ourselves the Dreamers. That's why it says, hey Dreamers! Because what I like to do with this channel is inspire adults to dream again. As we go through life, we have a tendency to lose sight of our dreams and our goals. And what I want to do is inspire you and motivate you to go after those dreams and goals again, because you can do it. It's a process, it's a journey, and I'll be here along with you for the ride. So today, we're actually going to make jerk marinade. I love me some Jamaica. I love jerk pork. I love jerk chicken. So much. So today I decided I was going to make jerk marinade. Now this marinade can last for a little while. You put it in a jar, put it in the refrigerator. So what I don't use to make my jerk chicken wings, I'll have leftover for maybe jerk pork later, maybe some jerk leg quarters, but jerk, maybe some jerk veggies, whatever it is I decide to do. This marinade usually is enough that you can refrigerate the rest and use later. For our dry ingredients, we have salt and pepper, nutmeg, allspice, and cinnamon. And for our wet ingredients, we have vinegar and we have soy sauce. For fresh ingredients, we have regular onion, green onion, lime, ginger, thyme, fresh thyme, and I am using serrano peppers and jalapeno peppers. I was unable to find habanero peppers, which are the usual substitute for Scotch bonnet peppers. But it's very difficult to find Scotch bonnet peppers in the United States. So usually we substitute habanero, but I didn't find any in the market today. You know, quarantine and all. So I went with serrano and jalapeno. So first what I'm going to do, I am going to toast the dry spices that we have, because what that does is it releases the essence of the dry spices so that it will infuse into our marinade. So now the recipe does call for a teaspoon of each of the dry spices. And you know me, I don't really follow recipes. I'm gonna make sure I have equal parts of all the dry spices, and I'm gonna put them in this pan here that I have on the stove warming. And you don't wanna put any oil or anything in the pan. You just want the pan itself to heat up. And when it does, you're going to add the spices, because I wanna have leftover marinade. I don't wanna make a precise marinade that I don't have anything to put in the refrigerator. So I'm just gonna dump in here. I'm gonna fill this halfway. So then we're gonna put the cinnamon in. And I can already smell the herbs roasting. So what I'm gonna do is get a plastic spoon and move this around. I already smell the spices cooking. I should bring you a little bit closer so you can see what's going on here, because you can see the aroma coming off of this pan. I'm gonna bring you closer. All that smoke coming up out of there. The spices are roasting. I wish you could smell them. I smell them. They smell so good. Okay, as you can see, I'm placing all of the fresh ingredients in the blender. I don't think my, what do I have? That magic bullet will be able to handle chopping all of this up or emulsifying this. I also wanted to come to you guys today to talk about what I mean by taking full responsibility for your life, because that concept is or can be difficult to grasp, because basically we're saying everything that's happened to me, I take ownership of, and that's kind of a hard pill to swallow, and that is why I'm bringing this to you again. I wanted to talk a little bit more in depth about it. Now, I was thinking earlier, I had a really good example about why we accept full responsibility for our lives, because I also talk about our external, the things that we see in our environment are a reflection of us. I stated that previously. And the reason why you have to accept the fact that you're responsible for everything in your life, because everything in your life is a reflection of who you are. And if everything is a reflection of who you are and what's going on inside of you, that is why you're having the results that you have, that you see. Hence, you should take responsibility for those things as well. So I hope that makes a little bit better sense. And please comment below and ask me any questions that you want, because I can come back and I can do an actual Q&A video where you have questions about things and I can answer those. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be about the topics that we're speaking of. It could also be about the food that we're making. So if you have any questions about how I'm doing something, because it is kind of hard, it's not like I'm on food TV or something. So it can be a little difficult for me trying to share each component of a recipe with you. And today I decided to kind of use it more as a tool that I'm cooking while I'm talking to you, because I really want to get this point across. Because as we go through our lives, we get in relationships, and sometimes we don't understand why we are in relationships with the type of people that we are, whether it be romantic or friendship. It just doesn't make any sense to us because this person is not who we thought they were. The thing is, we don't know who the people are until we get to know them further. And lots of times when we get to know them further, there are things about them that are a reflection of us, who we are or what we've been through. And what we need to do is take those as lessons and go, okay, what's going on inside of me that I need to look into? And like I keep saying, I am not a therapist or a counselor. You have to take responsibility, and you need to take a look at the characteristics of the people around you and figure out how is that relating to you. What is it in you that you need to see so that you can deal with it? Also, if you have a therapist can really help with a lot of these things. And I actually read two quotes. I read one quote that said, just because your mom, your dad, your grandparents did not go to therapy doesn't mean that you shouldn't. I thought that was a good one. And I read another quote that talked about, and this one was on Instagram, the other one was on Facebook, but this one on Instagram said, you need to marry someone who is going to battle your generational curses with you, who's going to break those curses with you. That's who your soulmate is. And I thought that was a very powerful statement. I sent it to a few people that I know because it's like a wow. It's more than an aha moment. It's like a wow. We look at who we are going to be with from a different vantage point. You know that you are on the path to becoming whole. And if that's the path that you're on, how can you eternally be with someone who isn't on that same path with you? How does that work? How does that work? How are you on a path with someone who has no intent on getting themselves healed? Need to think about that one. And I think that's all I'm going to say for today. I think those are enough nuggets for you to mull over and to think about. But remember, we are responsible for who we are. And our outside world is a reflection of who we are. And what I mean by that is what's going on inside of us. So what things are going on inside of Dawn that Dawn needs to work on? What are those things? So I'm going to get back to this marinade. I'm actually in the midst of chopping up the onions, the peppers. I grated the garlic already. I did the scallions, and I'm going to squeeze the lime and put the other wet ingredients in here. And then we're going to get this all blended up. So now I have everything In here, I have to put, to make sure I get all my toasted herbs. So we have it all ready. Let's see how this goes, dreamers. I think it's gonna be good, but I can't smell it right now because of the powder spices. I'll just inhale those spices. See it over there, it's working. And it looks rather brown. There we go, it looks rather brown. Let's smell it. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I know what I'm missing. I didn't put my dry thyme in here. I meant to put dry thyme in here and I didn't. I'm really afraid to taste this without something being in it. Ah, it's hot on my tongue. I think it'll be fine. I'm sorry, it's hot. I shouldn't have tasted it like that. So I'm gonna go outside and get my grill going.
Well, I'm outside and you see that smoke going back there, so we're doing pretty good. I'm gonna leave the grill up. See that smoke coming out of there? I'm gonna leave it up because I want to keep it, I want the fire to get lit. But I'm gonna go inside and get that chicken and bring it out here and stick it on the grill. What I'll do is I'll stick it all around the fire and won't stick it on the fire. That way it'll smoke / grill at the same time. I have the meat on what I would consider the cool side. So as you can see, because all this is really hot over here, so I have the meat over here. But I don't hear any sizzling. I don't hear any sizzling. None. So I think what I'm going to do is go back in and get the tongs and move this meat over to more of the hotter side. Okay, we're back. I have my tongs. I'm going to move this meat so you hear that when you moved it? You hear that? There's heat over there. There was nothing over here, so it was so cold the meat wasn't doing anything. So I'll move it like that. Okay, I'm back out here to check on the chicken. Because I have it on the heat, I need to check it frequently to make sure that my chicken is not burning. So let's take a look. It's not burning. It's not burning. Well, it's not burning. So I do have some char on some of these pieces now. Because, look, I have some char on some of these pieces. I told you I gotta keep an eye. Because that grill is hot. Cook. So I'm going to show you how I move the chicken around, but off of the fire, but near the fire. I'm just going to have to stay out here. So, you know what? I'm going to go get my wine and sit out here and just drink my wine and tend to this because I don't see the bugs that I saw earlier. I saw like this ginormous wasp looking thing when I was out here earlier. I don't see him now. Maybe he left and went home because the sun is, it's getting cooler in the day. And it's actually a really nice day out here today. Like, I'm enjoying this day. So I can't just leave the chicken because I don't want to burn it up. I want you to see what's going on in here with the chicken. I kind of been moving it on the fire, off of the fire, because I want the inside to kind of crisp up. But it's coming along. I think in about 5 minutes, I should be ready to eat.
Well, they're all done. I have my plate of jerk wings. Gonna try to bring them a little bit closer so you can see them. Look at those jerk wings. Yummy, yummy, yummy. With all of those nice charred bits that I love. And I have some reserve. Like I said, I did not follow that recipe exactly because I wanted to have some leftover jerk sauce to try for another time. And I'm thinking maybe I should put this on some pork. If this turns out really good, I should put it on some pork. But anyway, thanks for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. And remember, if you like what you saw, give me thumbs up. If you're a newbie, you're a new dreamer, then subscribe. Also, share this with anyone that you may believe can benefit from what you've learned today. Have a great day, dreamers.